This is Effective Homeschooling Bundle, 2-in-1 bundle, Home Learning and Homeschool Like an Expert, written by Leslie Green and Brena Lynch, read by Luke Jeffrey. This is Home Learning, the essential guide to a successful homeschool program for your child. Discover effective homeschool strategies that would make learning at home a breeze. Written by Leslie Green, read by Luke Jeffrey. Introduction. Regardless of your reasons for wanting to homeschool, one of the questions that is probably burning in your mind is, do I have what it takes to be an effective teacher? Will your children buckle down and get the work done? Can you get rid of the distractions in their lives so they can learn and focus more easily? How do you separate family time from school time so it's well balanced? And how will you still find time to complete your own personal tasks each day while still being available to your child? One of the first things you need to keep in mind is to be a parent first and an educator second. Your kids are going to need mom or dad to love them, listen to them, and play with them. Yes, you can do these things while they're learning once you get the hang of things, but you have those as your priorities, especially when you're just starting out. That doesn't mean school isn't as important, but it does mean they need to realize that first of all, you're mom or dad, or grandma, grandpa, whatever the case may be. They should feel free to come to you with their problems instead of worrying you'll get upset or frustrated because they need extra help. Remember, this is a transition for both you and your child, and it will require commitment, dedication, and above all else, patience. Here are 10 tips you can follow that will allow you to homeschool without losing your marbles. Let's begin. Create a reasonable plan. In order to be successful with homeschooling your child, you need to create a plan of action. Your child's school may be able to provide you with a curriculum you can follow. This might include worksheets, workbooks, or educational websites your child will need to use in order to complete specific tasks or assignments. If you're lucky enough to have the school's help, your main job will be to make sure everyone's participating, everything is getting done on time, and everyone understands the lessons. If your school isn't all that involved, don't panic. Yes, you'll be making up your own lesson plans, but you'll still have plenty of help. You want to base your plans around your child's grade level, their skills and abilities, and on the work they were doing at school, if you can find that out. Run a Google search for your child's grade level and your state's Board of Education to find learning goals for each of their subjects. You want to concentrate on the 3 R's, reading, writing, and arithmetic, aka language arts and math. Of course, but remember not to neglect the other courses. Your child will benefit from a solid knowledge of science or history, as well as the creativity taught by the arts. There are plenty of online sources that can help as well. You can download entire textbooks, worksheets, workbooks, and lesson plans. You can also get involved in Facebook groups dedicated to homeschooling, if you need help or feel you'd benefit from the encouragement from other parents who may be facing the same challenges. In addition, use Google to find language and math websites that offer online lessons or extra learning practice. Your local library can also be a lifesaver. Get to know your librarian and find out what kind of resources they may offer. Talk to your child's public school teachers and find out where they obtain the materials they use to teach with. There are plenty of good resources you can use in your classroom, and we'll talk about some of them in this special report. Teachers can help you learn where to find these resources and which ones will actually work. One thing about lesson plans: make sure your objectives are something concrete that you can measure. For example, you want them to be able to count to 10 instead of be able to know addition, to recite a short poem instead of appreciate poetry. Establish a daily routine. You're probably not going to be able to schedule a routine in the same way the public school did. However, it's important that you create some sort of structure that will make it easier on both you and your child. Establishing a routine will help your child know what to expect. It'll help you plan out your days so you have the time you need for your own work or activities, and it will create a clear divide between personal time and school time, which will help your child stay focused. It's usually best to take care of your schedule first, then see where the homeschooling will fit into that. That way you're focused and able to dedicate the time to helping your child with their schoolwork, free from distraction. When you're homeschooling, it's important that you and your kids follow a bedtime and wake-up routine as well. They should try to wake up at the same time every day and change into work clothes instead of lounging around in their pajamas. That way
Sample complete. Ready to continue?